What's up, guys? It's Chief here from Chief Live Gaming. Today, having a bit of a discussion about how to improve in Warhammer 40k. So this discussion might be better for the new to intermediate players, but really anybody can take something away from this discussion. And I really want to focus on this because I think throughout our 40k careers, for a lot of us, we're going to kind of change our outlook or our play style or our focus of 40k. We're going to change from the casual player, just coming throwing dice, that's all we want to do, to a narrative player where we build fluff armies and really want to play into the narrative. And then there's going to be the competitive streak where we want to play in tournaments or win games at all costs kind of stuff. There's going to be kill team, apocalypse. There are so many ways you can experience 40k and take 40k that it's incredible. But we're going to talk today about the competitive side of things because I think that's where a lot of people are searching for things on YouTube, videos like this. They want to improve. And I'm going to take some things away from my experience as a StarCraft player. I wasn't particularly good, but I learned a lot of practice techniques to improve, and I saw really good results. So I'm going to kind of apply those techniques to 40k, and they actually have quite a bit of overlap. So let's see what you guys think of them. Okay, so how are we going to gain the most amount of knowledge in the least amount of games? That's what I like to think about. Generally, this can be addressed with list building. Now, this is kind of a different approach for a lot of people. When you think about how you're going to build a list, let's use the example of Space Marines, right? You bring a list tailored and cover all your bases, basically. So if we think about the different phases of the game, you're going to bring units that are strong in all the phases. You're going to bring some shooting units, some assault units, maybe some psychic units, which is a little bit less important. But you're going to cover all your bases, right? You're going to have some heavy armor, maybe. You're going to have all these different things covered so you aren't weak in any area. That's generally what people tend to do when they build their lists. That's great. But what I want to do for practice, remember this is a short-term sacrifice in exchange for some long-term concept building and understanding. So we're going to sacrifice some of those phases of the game to focus really, really heavily on one phase to gain a better understanding, to gain knowledge, to gain really valuable play style change and improvement. So let's use the example of the assault phase because I think that's probably the best example. A lot of people struggle with the assault. A lot of people are quick to say that the assault is a dead phase in 40k, and that's partially true. It's not quite as strong as maybe it should be, or it used to be, definitely, but it's still valuable, and you still need to understand how it works and why it's good and why it's bad. So the best way to do that is to take your army and build it around the assault phase, right? So this is easier or harder to do depending on what army you play, but you want to take an entire army, or very nearly an entire army, focused entirely on assaulting your opponent. Now this can kind of shoot yourself in the foot in some situations, because if you're fighting against a very, very shooty army like Tau or something, you're going to get blown away, right? Most likely you're going to get blown away. But in most cases, you can at least hold your own. You might not win the game. Most likely if you're kind of all eggs in one basket kind of situation like this, where you're all focused on assault, you're at a bit of a disadvantage. So it's likely that you're not going to win this game. But while you're playing, you're going to be forced to understand the assault phase much more often than any other game. If you just brought maybe 2 or 3 units that were assault based, now you have 2 times that much, 3 times that much. You have to make these conscious decisions about the assault phase much more frequently. Very simple technique. So this is focusing your attention. It's bringing you really, really heartily into one phase of the game so you can gain a better understanding. Very simple. Very simple. I love this technique. but it's very difficult for a lot of people because you are probably going to lose, and that's not okay with a lot of people. You just have to remember, short-term loss, long-term gain. That's all you got to do. So bring that assault army, learn how the assault works, learn how to use your cover, how to utilize things properly, and you will gain a lot of knowledge. And then you can take that knowledge into your next game. You might only have to do it once or twice, and then you'll realize how much that you learn really fast. So that's my first tip for you guys, and my major tip for how to improve in 40K is focus your list into one phase, play that phase to the best of your ability, and then also analyze the end of the game. Don't just say, okay, well, I lost, that sucked. Think about why. It's very important to think about why a loss happens, or even a win. So that's my first tip. So that's what I would recommend to do. If you're trying to get better in the competitive aspect of 40K, that's a really great skill building exercise that I love to use. Hopefully it helps some of you guys out. It might seem kind of rudimentary or silly for a lot of you guys out there, but maybe it'll help a couple of you out. If it does, if you like this idea, let me know in the comments. If you don't like it, let me know in the comments. I love reading comments. I really do, guys. Leave me some. Makes me happy. And be sure to check out chieflivegaming.com if you guys want to get more involved in the community I am trying to build here. I sell war games, accessories, products, and also some painted miniatures. So if you guys are looking to maybe support the channel or anything like that, get something in return, that's a great way to do it. And yeah, quick little plug there. Thanks for watching, guys. Look forward to more 40K content. I'm trying to upload as much as I possibly can. Been really busy lately, but I'm doing my absolute best. So thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.